appreciate everybody coming. I am going to turn it over to our delegate from Spotsylvania, Caroline County, Bob York. He'll be our MC for today, and he'll keep us in line. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Good afternoon. I want to welcome everybody here this evening. We're all here for the same cause. This is not a religious function because we are all God's children. And we recognize when there's tragedies in our world, they do affect us. While not directly, we have a responsibility to do what we can to assist those in need. So thank you so much for being here this evening. We're looking forward to hearing some great music. We've got some great food that will be available through the afternoon. It's $10 for a full Nepali meal. I don't know about y'all, I've never had one, so I'm looking forward to it. And the silent auction, the more the better, but a number of items. We'll hear more about that through the evening. But I just want to welcome everybody. I'm Bobby Orrock. I live in Caroline County, serving the area of Spotsylvania and Caroline, and I'm honored to serve as the MC for today's special event as we do what we can here in the Fredericksburg area to assist the victims of Nepal's massive earthquake, which took over 8,000 lives. Put that in context. If almost half of the population of the city of Fredericksburg was killed in one event. That's what Nepal has experienced. To start things off this evening, I'd first like to ask Bishop Joseph Henderson of Kingdom Family Life Worship Center, and I believe we also have one of the monks of the Buddhist temple in Stafford, that Bishop Henderson is going to start our evening with an invocation, and we show the non-religious united as part of humanity focus of this evening. Bishop Henderson.
During our busy time, to reflect upon those family, friends, who have been impacted by such a great tragedy. Father, we ask as we stand here today with this great occasion, we ask that you would bless those who come to participate, share their talents and their gifts, to donate to Arise Nepal. Father, we pray that you will favor us today as we come together as one people from across the oceans, from across the mountains, from Virginia, from Fredericksburg, to stand together with those who heard it and those who have felt the pain of such tragedies. We pause this evening to say unto them, we care and we love them. Through our contributions, through our volunteerism, and through our other efforts during this evening. Thank you for those who have put this event together. Be with us all and bless us. In the name of the Lord we pray. Amen.
Call their names. I would ask if they're present to please rise, and if you could hold our applause until all have been recognized. We're in hopes that Mayor of the City of Fredericksburg, Mary Catherine Greenlaw, we know that she purchased a ticket. She may not have gotten here yet. Also, Judge Georgia Sutton Buchanan of Spotsylvania. It's honorable. And Colette Cabrera, I know Colette's here. David wouldn't let her get away with this. Colette is with the Fredericksburg Arts Commission. Colette, if you could wave wherever you are, visibly in the back at the silent auction table. And we want to give a special thanks again to Ed Whalen. He's a member of the Fredericksburg City Planning Commission, and he's the proprietor of the Silk Mill and hosting our event tonight. So let's recognize those folks and their contributions. Thank you for that. And just to remind everybody that 100% of the proceeds of your contributions this evening are going to go to directly provide support and assistance to victims and families of the Nepal earthquake, primarily through the building of transitional homes, which are critical to that population right now. We encourage your generous participation in making bids on the art objects and other generously donated products and gifts that you see in the silent auction tables on each side and in the rear. The auction is now officially underway, as I'm going to be having some time through the evening. I plan to be bidding and hope that each and every one of you will take every occasion to outbid me as we generate as much money as possible. But know that your generosity is greatly appreciated. The winning bids will be announced at about 6:15 before our final performance. But we're here to share in fellowship, to share in some great music, and a sense of community as we all unite together for this great cause. I would at this time also like to welcome to the stage Mr. Javinda Patrana. Mr. Patrana is chief editor of the Nepali newspaper, and he's going to bring welcome at this time.
First of all, I would like to thank each and every person. I would like to welcome each and every person who can make today in this program to help the victims of Nepal earthquake. Actually, in this world, we all human beings are the same. We have the same blood, we have same feeling of pain and sorrows and everything. And at this time, when there was very big earthquake in Nepal, every people in this world, they were worried because of humanism, and especially lot of people from Nepali origin and lot of people from Americans. They went to Nepal and they did a tremendous job. And right now I am remembering those 6 Marines who lost their life while they were helping Nepalese people. And I am also feeling very proud that I believe some people, some rescue team members who saved the life of Nepalese in the earthquake, they are also here from Fairfax County Rescue Team. Again, I would like to thank you. Thank you very much.
When David Cabrera asked if I were to serve as MC this evening, he kind of mentioned the fact that my normal musical forte from Sunday mornings is that good old Southern gospel. And we're not going to hear any of that this evening. But music is the universal language. We all can appreciate the talent of any kind of music genre, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing the various performers that we're going to have this evening from both the Fredericksburg region and Nepal, as these represent the coming together of two peoples. And first, to get us started this evening, I want to welcome David Hall and the Cabin Creek Band of Fredericksburg. I've heard a little bit of their warm-up. I'm looking forward to it. It's not a group I've been familiar with, but it's one I'm going to get more familiar with. So David Hall from Cabin Creek.
thunder only happens when it rains. Well, I'm gone. There's no one waiting for me. Should have strayed. I'm out, you know I don't stray. I say, yeah, I'm gonna live and die the same. Without a penny to my name. Living a good old life, I say, please change it. I'm gonna live and die the same. From young age to old age, well, I'm gonna live my life right before your eyes. But don't worry, I'll be fine. Yeah, from young age to old age, said I'm gonna live my life right before your eyes. Believe me, I said I'll be fine. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna live and die the same. With your memory in my brain. Living that good old life, I'll say, please change it. I'm gonna live and die the same. Well, I'm gonna live and die the same. Thank you. Beautiful artwork going on. Make your rounds. Boy, that food sure smells good. We're gonna take it back 150 years. It's called All the Ground. Wish I had some more in the ground. Wish I had some more in the ground. If I had some more in the ground, you know I would let my moon down. over to our good friend Save the Arcadian, who are also, I guess, maybe 1/3 based out of Fredericksburg.
About to be 100%, right?
I believe so.
I'll go ahead and call it 100%. This is our last song. Thanks for listening. We're Cabot Creek. Thank you very much.
This was just an idea, and now it's got all of y'all here. Say the Arcadian is nice. The man in the church, the man on the hill, he swear he won't hurt me, but I know he will. And I've been worried the whole night through. How's about you? How's about you? I said, ain't you been worried too? There seems a lot of good people I've been getting back to. How's about you? I said, ain't you got nothing to say? Lord, I used to have $1, but I'm gonna have a dime someday. Lord, I used to have $1, I'm gonna have a dime someday. Thank you very much, folks. Save the Arcadian is right now.
Save the Arcadian is coming up. I was asked to announce. Obviously, food is served. It smells great. Seconds, thirds, all you want. It's just $10 per ticket each time you go back. So please, this is not a religious function. We've said that, so it's okay to sin and eat many times because all the money's going to a great cause. Save the Arcadian.
first time in months, we're sinking back down, 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 falling back into ourselves, settling down with you means more than empty words. We work it out. All these days I feel fine. You in a glass by my side, swallowing you moved away, found a curious life, one with an equally strange kind of guy. You're blurring my eyes, I can't say I've been close until I'm gone. All these days I feel fine. You in a glass by my soul, swallow you The sun came up above the city. I'm awake, my heart is in my chest. Yeah, the sun came up above the city. I'm awake, my heart is in my chest. Yeah, the sun came up above the city. I'm awake, my heart is in my chest. Yeah, the sun came up above the city. I'm awake, my heart is in my chest. Yeah, the sun came up above the city. Closer to the edge of the sun, I'm away. My heart, baby, my blood. You gotta
Thank Cabin Creek for bringing us in on this show. Thank you for being here. We're gonna play now.
everything around you is total devastation. Amidst the rubble of the horrific earthquake tragedy in Nepal, 5 days after the first quake, a shout of joy goes across Kathmandu when a young boy was rescued from the rubble of a demolished 9-story building. We are honored this evening and ask that you please welcome to the stage and give your warm appreciation to some of the very rescuers who were involved in that miraculous incident. But to them it's no miracle, it's their job, it's their dedication, it's their call to service. As they are part of the Virginia Task Force 1, part of the USA Disaster Assistance Response Team from Fairfax, Virginia. Included with us tonight, if they will come forward, please, Mr. Rob Schonenberger of Spotsylvania. And Eddie Thurston of Stafford County. Guys?
Well, good evening. We're honored, obviously, to be up here. Eddie Thurston and myself are, by day, by trade, we're both paramedics and firefighters in Fairfax County, and that's what we do on a daily basis. We're both, not only are we honored to be best of friends, but we're on, as the gentleman was speaking, we're on what we call USA 1. So there are 2 international teams that travel to disasters, anywhere from bombings in Nairobi, Kenya, all the way to deployments of Japan, Haiti, any major natural disaster. We respond to that. We were obviously aware of the earthquake. We were actually in a drill. Within 24 hours, our team of approximately 60-some people were airborne and en route to Kathmandu. By the time we arrived there, we spent a total of 21 days. 21 days there in country and returned home. He asked me to speak a couple words just to, I guess, give our version of being on the ground. And obviously, this isn't something we always do to come up on stage and talk, but as with every deployment in every country we go into, for me, it's most of the time in an area that I've never been, and the people are always very different. But the reception in Nepal and the Nepalese community was obviously very overwhelming to us. Our job there is not to go and to rescue and necessarily to wave the United States flag. Our job is to go and to help the country help themselves. And as Eddie can testify, he was directly involved with that young boy that was not only needing to be rescued, but needed medical attention. And as he can testify, we were there for quite a long time before the military government, which in Nepal obviously, which was news and new to us. Not only are they the military, they're the police, they're the rescue team, they're Nepal's everything. So they were very proud of their country, and they also were very honored, but they also wanted us to realize that this was their home. And it did not take very long for them to understand that Eddie, myself, and our team was not there to necessarily do the rescuing, but to provide the tools, to provide the medicine, to provide the expertise, because this is what we do and train for on a regular basis. I think, and Eddie can testify, he was right there with me. Not only was he there giving the medication for this young boy, which is what we trained for, but both of us were able to see and hear as the Nepalese pulled this young man out and they placed him in the ambulance and put the Nepalese boy that was, I shouldn't say boy, young man, that was in tune with this other guy for a very long time to help dig him out. Put him on his shoulders and just chanted. And the Nepalese community was lined up by the thousands as they loaded this young boy in the ambulance, and the Nepalese just celebrated the fact that we rescued someone. We're multiple days into this, and the tears of joy that were in our eyes and the tears of joy in the community as the ambulance pulled off makes it all worth it. So we're not there necessarily always to do the work. A lot of times we provide the tools, provide the education, and hopefully provide a service of whether it's humanitarian or food and water, And for the first time, we were there during a major earthquake. So we went back to work, and Eddie has his own stories of going out into the very rural areas via aircraft and providing help to people outside Kathmandu, but into places that we couldn't get to at the very beginning for many, many reasons. Eddie and I would love to share any stories. We've obviously already met some people that it's their home and very precious to them, and we are very honored to be part of that. Very honored not only to be part of Fairfax County Fire Department representing USA 1, but also thankful for David, who we kind of ran into the last minute, and Brendan, who's not here, to share a couple minutes of our gratitude for the Nepalese and the joy that we had in serving your community. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, we thank you for your service to the Fairfax community and representing the United States and assisting others wherever in the world your services are needed. Thank you so very much. Get one more shout out reminder. We got about 45 minutes. We're going to extend the silent auction about 15 minutes longer. So Christmas is not that far away. And everything on the silent auction, you don't have to worry about sizes, things of that nature. We take any form of legal payment, emphasis on legal part, but credit card, checks, legitimate money, anything of that nature. So know that it all is going to a wonderful cause. So get out. We've still got about 45 minutes before we're going to close that up. If you haven't eaten yet, dinner's still available. I haven't been through the line yet, but if I don't get to eat, that's okay. It's not going to hurt me. To give you a sense directly of what your contributions are supporting today, I'm going to ask Ms. Samina Sapkota from Nepal to come forward at this time to share a story about the Rise Nepal Shelter of Hope campaign. Samina?
Hi everyone, this is Samina from Stafford. Before I recite the story, I would like to thank from bottom of my heart to everybody present out here for your support to our organization. And I'm going to recite a story of Rosani Bogari Sarki. She is one of the Nepali earthquake victims. So stories goes like this. Rosani Bogari Sarki, a class 9 student of Sri Sikari Community Schools, Lamatar, lives with her mom, Ganga, and Rami, her younger sisters, in a makeshift tent after the 7.8 magnitude earthquake made their house inhabitable. The makeshift tent made out of tarpaulins temporary shelters us, but we don't know how long it will stay as it already starts to rain. Insects and even snakes go inside our tent, so it is not really safe staying in there. Cheer, Rosani. With Rise Nepal help, we got the transitional shelter built for us, and now we don't need to worry about the rain and the snakes. Thank you very much to Rise Nepal and the donors for helping us. Is it a really big help for us? She added. Rosani's mother, Ganga, who's farm laborer earning $3 a day, also shared, with our economic conditions, we don't even know when we will be able to build a house. The transitional shelter that you have provided us will be our refuge for 1 or maybe few years. This will be a safer and comfortable place for my family, especially for my kids, as they will have a better place to study at night. We are really grateful to the volunteers and donors who helped us. Rosani families belongs to the lowest caste in Nepal. It's just one of the beneficiaries of Rise Nepal Shelter of Home. If you want to help people like Rosani to be sheltered safely, especially during the monsoon season, please join our cause and make a difference. Lastly, I would like to request all of you guys here to buy, please purchase silent auction items and help us to support the hope of shelters to the Nepali victim like Rosani Bogadi Sarki. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Savini, very much. We would also like to acknowledge at this time and show our appreciation to Nabin Lama and his wife Pretty. They're with the Himalayan Fusion Restaurant in Charlottesville. They're providing tonight's dinner, which I'm very much looking forward to. I've heard some great comments about it so far. Along with the support of Berna and Bonnie of the Here and Abroad Deli in Fredericksburg. Let's show them our appreciation for their service this evening. If you haven't gotten your dinner yet, you've still got time. It's now my great honor. I'm pleased to invite to the stage our featured Nepali cultural performer, Mr. Prem Raja Mahat of Nepal. Prem Raja has been a living folk legend. You know, for us folks here in Fredericksburg, you hear names like Elvis Presley or Bob Dylan. Well, that's the same context in Nepal that Prem Raja has. He has captivated audiences around the world from the mountains of Nepal. NPR called him the Bob Dylan of Kathmandu and the Elvis of the Himalayas. Doesn't mean he's going to be dancing up here, but maybe we can encourage him. In addition, he also is a U.S. Consul General for Nepal. He now resides not too far away in Baltimore, where he has a wonderful Nepal House restaurant. Let us give Prem Raja a heartfelt Fredericksburg, Virginia welcome. Prem Raja.
And thank you, David. Actually, I'm very glad to be here today with you, all the great and nice people from the Fredericksburg. And I like to thank to all of you because you trying to help needy people, victim people. Also, you are trying to help to Nepal. That's why I like to thank. I'm so grateful with you guys, and I like to thank on the behalf of Nepal government and on the behalf of Consulate General of Maryland and Pennsylvania. But today, I am going to perform my music. I like to greet everyone by the Nepalese Namaste, good evening, because you are all for here for the beautiful country Nepal, which is now in problem. All the people in sorrow, all the people in the pain, you are trying to help. Thank you very much, and I'm going to play another instrument. Thank you. Now I'm going to play this called Sarangi. S-A-R-A-N-G-I, Sarangi. This Sarangi made in Nepal only. There is another Sarangi in India that is more strict. There is aboriginal people, they made it. Interesting instrument. Now I am going to play it with my folk song. Thank you. We are for the earthquake victim, but thank you for coming. Thank you for organizing such a great event by the Global Peace Foundation. All credit, all thanks go to the Global Peace Foundation, Mr. David. He called me and my friend. We already, I'm an ambassador for peace, Mr. Govinda. Govinda Giri, he called me here. He made me join in this program. Thank you, Govinda, and thank you, Global Peace Foundation. Thank you, David, and all the organizer team. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I sing it. Because I'm in America. I have to learn. This I'm learning. Maybe not good, but we think this is good. It's an Appalachian song. I have my team. They work with me, we play together. This is Appalachian folk music. Home's across the forest mountain. My home's across the forest mountain. My home's across the forest mountain. And I never expect to see you anymore. And I never expect to see you anymore. Don't be crying on my soul, Lord. Don't be crying on my soul, Lord. Don't be crying on my soul, Lord. And I never expect to see you anymore. My hope's across the forest mountain. My hope's across the forest mountain. My hope's across the forest mountain. And I never expect to see you anymore. And I never expect to see you anymore. Never expect to see you anymore. My hope's across the forest mountain. My hope's across the forest mountain. My hope's across the forest mountain. And I never I sang this song almost 35 years ago. That song I am presenting here now. Baby to all men, everyone knows in our country. Also, who travel to the Nepal, any tourist, lot of tourists knows few songs. That is one of these. Once again, I like to thank who organized this kind of philanthropic event. I can say this is for the people. परखाने चारे कठै बरै आइपुग्यौ के गरे पानको पात माया तिमीलाई सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षाती सलाला परखाने चारे कठै बरै आइपुग्यौ के गरे पानको पात सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षाती सलाला माया तिमीलाई सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षाती सलाला. Let's dance together. You know, hey. बना के चारी जाए नाथ मलाई स्वर्ग की पारी जाए पारको पार माया तिमीलाई सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षाती सलाला बना के चारी जाए नाथ मलाई स्वर्ग की पारी जाए पारको पार माया तिमीलाई सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षाती सलाला माया तिमीलाई सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षाती सलाला. I like to come on, go to the stage, Mr. David, please. Good. Very good. And then who want to have Mr. David, please. Mr. Bobby. कति बच्चो चारको से बानैमा अब तिमी आऊ मेरो मानैमा पारको पार माया तिमीलाई सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षाती सलाला चारको से बानैमा अब तिमी आऊ मेरो मानैमा पारको पार माया तिमीलाई सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षाती सलाला माया तिमीलाई सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षाती सलाला. Very good. तेरे पछि सम्झना हो आजा चिठी तिमी सुन्दैछु आवाज पारको सँगै फुलुरु उडेर लाम्बोमा हिँड्छु पुगेर बाटो पात माया तिमीलाई सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षेली साला फुलुरु उडेर लाम्बोमा हिँड्छु पुगेर बाटो पात माया तिमीलाई सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षेली साला माया तिमीलाई सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षेली साला माया तिमीलाई Hey, do David. Maya tilai सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षेली साला Hey, hey, hey. Maya tilai सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षेली साला Hey, hey. Maya tilai सम्झन्छु दिनको रात वर्षेली साला Thank you. Now, I'd like to say thank you, organizing group, Mr. David, and MC, Bobby Orak, and DJ, my friend DJ, and all the way from DC, journalist Govindagiri Prerna, and eneplis.com and dcnepal.com. Eneplis and dcnepal.com is popular media from the Nepal side and also Vishnu Parikrama. Thank you everyone. Thank you. See you next time. I love you, Facebook, love you, Bhalina, love you, all of you. Thank you.
Sophia Morrow. Sophia, where are you here? There she is. Sophia's from Fredericksburg. Her mother, Dawn, and grandparents, Carol and Frank Morrow, who are patrons of tonight's event with the Sagamatha Children's Home, where Sophia was adopted from in Nepal. I'm told that Sophia, you raised in lieu of a birthday party and presents, that you encouraged your friends rather than buy you things, that you raised over $9,000 in proceeds to support the Children's Home in Nepal. Let's give Sophia a round of applause. And Sophia, can I talk to you later about my political campaign fundraising? For acknowledgments and an update on Rise Nepal, David Caprera, who's been kind of the ramrod, the organizer of this whole event with the Global Peace Foundation. David is heading back to Nepal again this coming week. He's going to be bringing them news. Virginia reaches out, news of this event tonight, and the kindness of each and every one of you and the fine citizens of this area. David Caprera, come on up.
We give our esteemed delegate from Carolina and Spotsylvania, Bobby Orr, a great job tonight for giving voice to Rise Nepal. And our host, Ed Whalen and Anna Sandberg, are you still here, Ed? I'll give you a shout out from the symphony. What a great venue. You have done a great evening. Thank you, Ed. And I wish to thank all the sponsors, artists, business owners listed in the program. You see that long list shows the goodness and greatness of this Rappahannock region and each and every one of you. Thank you for donating so generously from your art, from your pockets, the tickets tonight, also every volunteer that gave tonight to make this happen. Could we give you all a round of applause? Special thanks to our musicians, David Hall and Travis and the Cabin Creek Band, that were truly an anchor in conceiving this event, along with Save the Arcadian and Virginia's folk legends, Lori Griffith and Pete Mealy, who perform next, so please stay a little longer, because you're in for a treat, a grand finale of One Voice in the 7 o'clock hour, not too long from now. We're truly grateful, Prem Raja. Are you still here? You came down from Baltimore and came across oceans to be with us. Your beautiful voice and spirit is a national treasure. I've talked to my friends in Kathmandu. I hear all the ladies rush to the TV set. They shed tears to hear Prem. They were so excited to hear you would come here to Fredericksburg. Thank you, sir. May we give him one more round of our respectful applause. And there's just a few CDs there, so you better fetch one up. We give honor to our Nepali community also as the backbone of this event. Govinda is the leading newspaper man and voice of Nepal in our nation's capital region, Virginia, Maryland, D.C., with over 50,000 Nepalis. Govinda, if you can stand one more time. Nabi Lama and Priti of Himalaya Fusion, my son David went to UVA and taught me a little bit about Nepali culture. They have very strong Tibetan studies there, but they gave us a taste of Nepal tonight in their delightful food with their heart of service. Please patron their restaurant in Charlottesville. It's on the downtown walking mall area. Priti and Megan, please raise your hand. Let's give them another thank you. Our local Nepali anchor for this event was here in Broad Valley. Purna and his lovely wife, Bonnie. I hope you'll come see Purna and have the best sandwich here in town at their deli, which is behind Hyperion, here in Broad Valley, off Princess Anne. And there you get the latest on what's going on in Nepal, the local news. Purna, raise your hand. A very shy man, raise the back. Dick Perry from Nepal was a strong co-director of this event. Here she is waving in a traditional garb. Dick, thank you so much. Kept us on task. She's in charge of the resources, by the way. We put her in charge of counting and reporting that we kept our word that every penny raised here goes straight to Nepal to build these homes. And Dick's just overseeing that. So I think let's give her another round of applause. We have the eagle eye. And we'll be giving you a good report. Along with Joe Wakaria and Julian Kahir, raise your hand. Joe from Kenya is helping. They come from all over the world. Sponsoring Global Peace Foundation President Alan Inman has been with us tonight. And also behind this event, in my life certainly, is a great woman who is, I'm far more her junior in this town. My wife, Colette Caprera, artist at Brushstrokes Gallery, the Art Commission. And along with Colette, I want to honor all the artists here. I see Jürgen Brack, who unfortunately is my next door neighbor, so he gets a mouthful, but Jürgen got me into banjo also with his playing guitar and banjo. But next to him, Jürgen, Colette, and Scarlett and Gabe Cons of the Pawn Shop in Caroline County. She created those amazingly beautiful plates of the Himalayan mountains and the logo. Let's give them all a round of applause. On behalf of all the artists, this one was donated to me from Japan. Thank you so much for showing the care of our union. Friends, we set out tonight to do three things, and I think you collectively have met them all. First, generous funds were raised to help build transitional homes. I don't know if you saw in the video, you can see this look like steel aluminum dome. But what you need to see is the back end of that when they add the bricks or the bamboo and go from a tent, as the young lady said, where snakes were coming in, the kids couldn't study at night, into at least a semi-permanent home that looks like a castle in a very poor country. And it's a head start that you've given them before these monsoon rains come. So we're very determined. We underwrote the cost of the event so that anything you gave, donated, or paid tonight would go straight to these homes. And you will be getting a report and an accounting for that overseen by Dick from the Nepal community here. So thank you for raising those funds. As I said, that will go straight to Rise Nepal there with their goal. They gave us the goal, actually. They want to build 1,000 of these for starters. Along with children counseling, they're working with 80 teachers. They're also empowering young people. This is a grassroots people-to-people effort. They're empowering young people to be at the helm of Rise Nepal, but working with the Ministry of Youth and Sports. They have something they launched. I was in Kathmandu a month before called Vision 2025. This was before the earthquake came. So they set in motion a plan to reform the country, to build a transparent, vibrant future, entrepreneurship. And I want to give a shout out, if we're still on camera, to Ram and Bambi Panta Neslan and the Rise Nepal team in Kathmandu, Nepal. Really, the volunteers and the youth there that you saw in the pictures are the ones that deserve the most kudos. If we could give them a round of applause, the Rise Nepal volunteers. Second, due to the beautiful coming together of legendary performers like Raja and music artists here from Virginia, we can call tonight an East meets West experience, something in the spirit of what Dr. King called our shared garment of destiny. And third, there was serendipity, there always is, of unexpected outcomes for future partnerships between Virginia and Nepal achieved in the gathering tonight, like Sagarmatha Children's Home and Dear Sophia, learning about you and what you did and how we can help you and partner with your good project. Also, some of the arts around the room tonight, Latitude Fair Trade, Manual Crafts, and others. We have artisans here in our community that bring in micro-enterprise products from Nepal. They put money back into helping people boost their economy. We want to encourage that as one of the outcomes, to boost the economy and the micro-enterprise, especially for women and families in Nepal. Teacher and art exchanges were another item that came out of this campaign through Casey Shaw, Art First, formerly with USA Today. And we've already piped that idea, and we've already talked to our partner IBM. We called the vice president up within 72 hours. They were on the ground equipping Right Nepal with the state. It's called Sahana. You can look it up. It's this cutting-edge disaster technology on how to find missing people, how to track for them, but also how to become entrepreneurs and learn technology. Our Rappahannock River watershed cause and counterfeit efforts in Kathmandu and the Bagmati River there, it feeds into the Ganges Holy River. We're exploring exchanges with our rivers, with our model here in this watershed, and what they're trying to do also in Nepal. And last, GPF, this Asia-Pacific Alliance is like an open source effort. If you will, it's like a regional Peace Corps that young people have spurred there on their own. And we invite those of you that feel called to volunteer and be part of partnerships, anyone who'd like to join us to a meeting in July. I close with a special word I learned in Nepal, and also to my good friend Alex Patayo, who supported this event. Namaste, the light in me bows to the light in you, and your shared compassion and prayers for Nepal. Thank you sincerely.
A special song and invite back to the stage Samina Sapkota, Samina of the Fredericksburg Nepali community. Let's welcome her to the stage at this time for her.
Me so much.
turned around and she was standing there. Silver bracelets on her wrists and flowers in her hair. She walked up to me so gracefully. She took my crown of thorns. How then she surrounded you, sheltered from the storm. Now there's a wall between us. Something there's been lost. I took too much for granted, got my signals crossed. Just to think that it all began on a long forgotten morn. How did she surround you, sheltered from the storm? What everybody walks on hard days, reach your eyes around. Nothing really matters much, it's doing the moment counts. And what I undertaker, he blows a funeral horn. How did she surround you, sheltered from the storm? But I've heard newborn babies wail like the morning dawn. Old men with broken teeth, stranded without love. Do I understand your question there? Is it hopeless and forlorn? Kind she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. They gave me a lethal dose. They offered up my innocence and God repaid with scorn. How did she said I give you shelter from the storm? Well, I'm living in a foreign country, but I'm bound to cross the line. Beauty walks the razor's edge, someday I may be mine. If I could just turn back the clock to when God and her were born. Come in, she said, I love you. Shelter
said. And here inside the box that waits for you, and every day is postcard, I've held you here in my arms. How can I hold you close when you're so far away? How long will we still be apart? How will you ever hear these words I long to say? How will you ever know my heart? How will you ever know my heart? How will you know my mistakes I've made. I've seen the outline of a heart. Well, I've gone wrong, but still I know sometimes God serves the best wine up right from a paper cup. How can I hold you close when you're so far away? Someday I'll hear these words I long to say. Someday you're going to know my heart. Someday you're going to know my heart. One day you'll know my
And I want to just shout out to David Hall over here with the hat, freaking out over there in the corner. David will put this whole thing together, the sound, the stage management. David, your brother, you're our new friend.
Your reward for doing such a great job is that we're going to make you sing higher than you've ever sung before in just a minute.
and making this such a great success. Monies that were raised from the silent auction are far beyond the expectations. For your kind contributions and your presence here this afternoon and evening, Virginia reaches out and is sending our love and support to our brothers and sisters in Nepal. This is truly what community and worldwide community is all about. Thank you for your participation. We're now going to be led in the singing of one voice, and I'm not going to be at the mic, so don't be too afraid. But the talent is going to be joining us, leading us in that. The words have been distributed. If you don't have a copy, share with somebody. But this is truly what this evening has been all about.
Yeah, we did that.